Unmuting now. All right, game 3 of the week. I'm here tonight with Jin. We've got Graham on Red Skull 1 and Brady playing his patented Dormammu. How you doing, Jin? If anybody's out there in chat land, let us know that you can hear us, although everything looks good on my end. I'm going to let the players know that they can start so that we don't hold them up. You know what? We're all just ready to go. There's professionals here. It's the first time I've ever streamed a Graham game, which I'm excited about. He doesn't have his roster out yet, but so we'll take a look at what Brady's got going on here. Brady's got Dormammu with some of the new updated characters. Honey Badger, Invincible Iron Man. I guess Invincible Iron Man is not like that updated, but I feel like he is got a lot of buzz around him right now at 7-7. I'm hearing a lot of people mention his name. The updated Helmet Zemo, Clea, Angela, Mysterio. So a lot of really cool stuff. I think Exodus at 8-7 becomes really interesting, right? Because of the healing on his attacks and on his healing factor. So should be interesting to see what Brady opts to do here with his list. He's also got mostly fighting stuff and scoundrels. A little scary to be bringing scoundrels, I think, in a Dormammu list. Although that's a little bit more fighty, I think, than some people realize. And what have we got? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same way I kind of play Magneto as well as like all high threat stuff if I can. And we've got Red Skull 1 on Graham's side, which is really exciting. I have not seen Red Skull 1 on the table in a long, long time. He's recently updated, but we've also got an updated Mysterio, extra health on Killmonger, Nightcrawler, an updated, well, extra health on Enchantress, which makes her super interesting. So a lot of cool new stuff. It's been a really fun week to stream because everyone's putting new, interesting things on the table. Someone mentions they can't hear Jin. Jin, can you just say something? Can you guys confirm that you can hear Jin? Oh, yes, they cannot hear you. Let me just change my OBS settings to fix that. All right, say something, Jin. It's still not coming through. Try. You know what, Jin? Do you just keep talking until my OBS picks it up?
So
There
I
we
did
go.
actually at one point actually play Red Skull 1 for a brief moment before the updates, and I'll tell you what, the Mephisto show under Red Skull 1 is an incredibly fun thing to do.
Hmm. Yeah, my OBS settings got messed up. I just got a new monitor today in excitement for Star Wars Zero Company next week. So I upgraded to a nicer, fancier 240 hertz monitor so that I could play my tactical turn-based strategy game.
Mhm.
But it has speakers built in, so like all of my audio stuff keeps getting changed. And there's these really handy levels on OBS that tell me if the sound is coming through. And I 100% ignored that your voice wasn't coming through because I just cared about me. But thank you to the chat for letting us know they couldn't hear you. Pretty important stuff.
Thank you, Chad, for giving me some justice.
All right,
It's the worst.
I am going to warn people. Okay, looks like we had Prio rolled. Graham won. He took his secures. We've got shelters getting grabbed here very quickly by Brady. Makes sense, right? High threat. So I'm assuming Brady's going to be taking 20 threat this game, regardless of the extract selected. And we've got Inhuman Weapons. So we're going to see a bit of a fight here. Was it 7 VPs on the board? All the extracts on the midline, and you have to expect 20 threat comes out here for Brady.
Yep. You can also, people also forget that there's a random beam attack, and sometimes a tight map like this, there could be an opportunity to roll a 6-die beam into people as well.
It's a really cool map for Invincible Iron Man because I think he can stand. I wonder if he can. I think he can stand on one shelter and at least reach another. I don't know if he reaches both, but um, he should. And he'll be able to hand out rerolls really well too. On Graham's side, he's got one bow. He's got a push on Gambit, push on Shuri, displacement with Mysterio. He's got a lot of different ways to keep the secure game going. I don't know if like Graham's side. I'm sorry, I don't know how hard Brady's side hits outside of Dormammu and Angela. I didn't quite catch that.
Oh yeah, so if I got the list up here, let's see.
Yeah,
So we have
I have them open as well for the first time in a long time.
yep. So there's Baron Helmut Zemo, there's Invincible Iron Man, there's Gorgon who hits pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mysterio, more of a tech piece. Clea, great support model nowadays. And then you have X-23 and Honey Badger, always a dynamic duel for just rolling out some damage on people.
Yeah, I wasn't as excited. I mean, you're in our podcast chat, and a few people were really excited about Honey Badger, and I just didn't see what they were so excited about. Like holding extracts is nice, but I just don't see how she beats out other twos into lists. But Brady loves to play the unloved models and find ways to make them work. It's like his whole shtick. And it's often really funny to watch. I mean, he's infamous for his Hulkbuster. I think he won the TTS Central bracket this year with a Hulkbuster run, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
I mean,
So yeah, Badger won't be able to help with the defense dice for Survivor Search. So I'm not sure if we're going to really see Badger for this matchup, unless there's specific he's going for.
and Graham playing Red Skull 1, I haven't heard. I know some people are trying him out, but I didn't really. He kind of went under the radar for me in the updates. Like, I didn't notice how impactful his changes are. Can you talk for a second here about what's changed with Red Skull and why we should be excited?
Yeah, so they made so I believe his damage is more consistent on his interacting with the cube. So it only does 2 damage now if you roll at least one skull. And I think that's on both sides rather than it was being like before it was really punishing and it was different on both sides. But the big thing is I noticed as someone that used to play this character for a little bit was that the spender is now the one cost spender is no longer a spender. It's now just 0 cost range 4 attack for 5 dice energy with sap power, and that's really good because sometimes there'd be games where I would use my bodyguard, power and stuff like that, and like different abilities, and then I would just have nothing to actually shoot somebody with, and then he has to walk up and punch people, which felt pretty awkward. Now he can engage people more for distance, be a little more cagey consistently, and hopefully have a much smoother power like curve, which is really important because like he's got a lot of good superpowers that he wants to use
Yeah,
to protect himself or to help his allies.
I need to take a look at that because I'm a huge fan of power leaderships, and I think Mephisto alongside King T are my two favorite characters I've played in this game. So Mephisto in a power leadership as home faction is gonna feel really good. I gotta put that on the table at some point in the next couple of weeks. Oh, we got it.
What?
Squads being activated here.
Yeah.
All right.
In this lunch meet, I've missed the point that everyone should be running Angela. I'm the one guy that probably doesn't have Angela on this list.
Well, you know what? Angela is only 1-1 this week. So on Brady's side, looks like I'm sorry, Graham's side, Red Skull, Nightcrawler, Mysterio, Angela, and Enchantress. Notable that Graham's got some internet issues, so models loading in the beginning here might be a little rough for him. But I would say this is a configuration that we probably haven't seen on stream at all in the last handful of years of the game. So this is really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler has a really unique interaction with Red Skull 1, right? Where he can go infinite with his spender. Never have to worry about getting the power.
Yep. And I should
Angela's.
also know for inhuman weapons too, he can also puff smoke off of each attack from a beam. So in this particular extract, he can get even more uh, chances to get more dice right for his Bloodstone Brimstone Strike, I think.
Mm-hmm. On Brady's side, we've got Dormammu, Gorgon, Invincible Iron Man, and Exodus. So Invincible Iron Man, Exodus, not two models I haven't had on my stream, I think, in the past either. So that's really cool. A lot of unique models here tonight. So shout outs to AMG and the community for one group for updating these models, but on the other hand, like the players putting all this new stuff on the table and letting us see it in action. So I was really excited to stream as many games as I could this week to see what the cool things people are doing. Cosmic Invigoration on Graham's side, a card I haven't seen on the table in a long time. What does that do again?
Oh yeah, so this only Red Skull one that is able to pay for it. So if you're within a certain range, I think it's range 2. You spend 2 power, and then um, you can remove the activated token from the character, and then you roll some dice, and potentially that character can also take some damage. But the main thing is you get to remove their activated token, so they can get another go at that round to activate.
Nice. On Brady's side, we've got Exodus, who is a model I have not put down since he got his health update. And maybe I should try him again, but uh, That I love that character in the comics, and I just was kind of hoping for something a bit more thematic or interesting on the table when he came out. I usually try to keep these streams positive, but that Brotherhood box is a giant pile of shit, and it really disappointed me when AMG released it. All right, we'll go back to being positive now.
Yep. I think genetic superiority was a very interesting gift from that card, and X is just not being able to die now because of the extra HP. I think it's going to go a long way because that dude is just a tree trunk to try to chop down sometimes.
We've got Red Skull going down largely in the center here for Graham. Looks like he's probably going to sit on his home secure at some point. Be interested to see who does the grabbing for both players. I mean, you definitely expect Mysterio to grab. That's like his cool new role is that he's a great midline grab or a good midline grab now. And I guess Angela probably takes the other one for Graham. On Brady's side, I guess Invincible Iron Man is pretty solid. Or at his DR, does he DR to 0?
Invincible Iron Man, yes, he can DR to 0 because it's one of those pay for reductions.
Nice,
So
yeah, and he's got the extra power round one, so he can grab a midline extract and then be pretty tanky at least for round one, and then Exodus on the other side for Brady. So I kind of expect that to be the round one plays for both players. We've got Mysterio going down on the south side for Graham. Brady placing Invincible Iron Man on the north side for his extract grab. Nightcrawler going down on the north side for Graham. Nightcrawler is kind of a model I expected to be in this list for something like a pay to flip or like to leverage his mobility. So I'm not sure how much that's going to matter this game. I mean, maybe Graham just wants to high roll some dice and see if he can't do the really cool Brimstone Blitz play. But also at 7
yes,
7 with stealth, that's kind of interesting.
yeah. So like I said before, I'm not sure, Mike, if you heard that, but there's interesting interaction with the beams, right? That you can get from the human weapons because you're allowed to pop for smoke from each of these, and you just put a
Oh,
cumulative amount of dice, right, towards Brimstone Blitz for each time you teleport. This allows them to get really incredible ceilings, I think,
oh,
during his
wow.
activation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could potentially get maybe 3 teleport. It's a little bit tough on this map because of the only 4 wide nature of Brady, but yeah, there's a world where he can maybe get 3 teleports in before he starts the Brimstone Blitz. Let's see if that comes into play.
Mhm.
Looks like we've got everyone is placed down, and we are going to get our prior roll here. We got Enchantress in the center for Graham. I didn't call out Angela going down on the north side next to Nightcrawler. On Brady's side, we've got Dormammu fairly central with Gorgon next to him. I don't believe they've rolled second Prowler yet.
Looks like they did, so, and I
Okay.
believe Graham has it. So Graham should be going first, I believe.
There we go. So we have co-commentary, right, Jen, for you to catch all those little things.
It's okay. You're doing all the important stuff.
All right, Mysterio looks like he's going to double walk here and grab the center line extract for Graham. He'll be sitting behind a size 3 truck. Not much is going to be able to hit him round one, I would suspect. Maybe Dormammu can get an angle there, but with stealth, I think he's pretty safe, huh?
I think so, yeah. Though Dorm does have the privilege of being able to at least pay for the tax currently. So if he does hit him at his one defense, it might be pretty troublesome. But let's see if he can get within range 3, because that's a maybe.
Okay, over to Brady now. And it looks like he's going to go grab a center line. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess Iron Man being next to Exodus kind of telegraphs who's going to grab that extract for Brady, right?
I think so, yeah.
Most assuredly, that'll be Exodus.
Yeah, and I trust Exodus to tank a lot more than Invincible Iron Man. Though, with the additional health, like he definitely does have higher stocks now in durability.
I think, sort of based on deployment here, I don't think. Oh, looks like Brady's going to walk. Is he considering a charge here or just a place? How bold are we going to get? Gorgon moving up for Brady now. He is
Yep.
charging into range 2 of Mysterio. Looks like he's going to take a chance here and hope to push a damage through to be able to pick up that extract. A little bit of a gamble.
Yep.
Looks like, is that a... Okay, yeah, he does 2 damage, 1 block from Mysterio. So he's going to take that 1 damage and get that through.
Yep. He
Little
will
risk.
also get the stun trigger on Mysterio, and I think Mysterio should. Yep, he got the extra power as well for rolling a blank.
Yeah, a little risky there from Brady where it works out. Because he doesn't have a gainer, right? His beam thing is that's not a yeah, that's just a attack.
Yep. That was all faith on Brady. Just like, I'm going to do 1 damage. I'm just going to commit to it.
You know
So
what? I
it
think
worked
when
out.
you play a team like Dormammu with Exodus and Honey Badger, you're just trusting things work out sometimes, right?
Yep. No, 100%.
Graham doing some measuring here to see what Exodus can do round one. Exodus can place under Dormammu. He can walk, shoot his gainer, and then pick up if he wants to. That's what Graham's measuring here.
Because his teleport, I think, costs 3, right? Like,
Yes,
is that
yeah.
correct? Yeah.
And he's got a range 4 gainer that can also pull models in. So like you then get hit maybe by Invincible Iron Man who can walk to a secure and then do an attack. Invincible Iron Man can also offer rerolls to Exodus, so I can see why Graham might be a little hesitant here. He's gonna move his Nightcrawler up and grab that extract, that far side inhuman weapon.
Yep. And since he's going to be next to that terrain, he should have stealth as well because he's got the conditional stealth in 8.
He's on the prowl. I don't know what the Nightcrawler
Yep.
version is, but
Yeah, it's something else actually. Invisible in shadow. All right. Yep. So there's Nightcrawler.
yeah. So Nightcrawler and Mysterio holding extracts for Graham. Looks like Brady's gonna look to go here with Invincible Iron Man to grab that extract. I mean, he's a tanky boy too, under Dorm with that extra power, so I don't dislike it. Maybe he wants to leverage Exodus and his place round one to get some attacks in. Maybe throw some terrain.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more interesting things that Exus can do than Invincible. Because Invincible's like ceiling it right now is just like walk, attack, and hopefully you push somebody. And that's probably about it.
Yeah.
So this is not a bad idea, I think.
And human weapons is one that I feel like is in nearly everybody's list at this point. But I hate it because it's with 4 things on the midline. Sometimes it makes like holding your secures and grabbing extracts and applying pressure like pretty difficult to do all of the things. And I'm not sure how Brady's planning to do that this round. Maybe you walk with Exodus to a secure, you attack and hope to pull in, but we'll see what his plan is. We have Red Skull walking up here for Graham, sitting on his home secure. He's going to take a shot into Invincible Iron Man. Is this 5 dice energy, Jin?
Yep, 5 dice energy, sap on a wild.
It's weird because I can't hear the dice rolling or anything, and I'm so used to that. But again,
Yeah.
my sound is messed up today. So 2 successes with a sap, 1 block for Invincible Iron Man. He does have the DR to 0, which he will do. So no damage
Yep.
through. Oh, is the sap? What's the timing on the sap?
Sap would be after the attack is resolved. So if he were to, DR to 0 power, then there'd be nothing from the sap in that instance.
It's actually before damage is dealt, Jin. So that removal of power in Invincible Iron Man was through the sap. So he did take a damage there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. In that case, I misspoke.
He's looking around now. So he's got 3 power on him. Does that allow him to do his teleport thing from range 4?
It does, yes. So he could choose to teleport Nightcrawler now if he wants to.
Yeah, I like this play here. You're able to move Nightcrawler now further back and keep him in stealth range because of that size 2 Panther statue. It's a good opening
Yep.
play here from Graham, keeping his team really safe while applying a little pressure himself. Graham having some issues. They were shadows on the Panther statue. So again, we've got extracts on Nightcrawler and Mysterio for Graham, both in pretty safe positions at the moment. Brady's got 1 on Gorgon and 1 on Invincible Iron Man. Seems like most of the action is going to take place on the north side here. Still Dormammu. Looks like he's going to go. He's got the power now to place because of the damage done to Invincible Iron Man. A little awkward as to whether or not Dormammu can stand on that secure, right? Because of the tree.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe in the direct center, this X65 mil maybe can fit, but that's a bit of a maybe right now. Because the silhouette of the tree is like a little oblong and awkward.
Yeah, I'm certain he can stand on it and be okay, but it doesn't look like you can. It doesn't look like you can be off of that point and get it. Like be off of the tree rather. Also, that's going to
Mm.
be a little awkward, right? Because now to attack Mysterio and get around his stealth is going to be difficult while also being on that point. We'll see how that shakes out. Brady opting to activate Exodus instead, who's going to port up, walk, and looks like shoot into Red Skull. He's going to be holding that home secure for himself. And shoot his 5-die Mystic Gun with a wild push towards Exodus if he gets it.
Nice. Yep. And that will deny a point for Graham if that happens.
All right, 5-dice Mystic coming in. Good
Nice.
hit
Good
coming
hit.
in.
Yeah.
4 successes with the crit, including the wild that he was looking for. 1 block, but also has cover on Red Skull's side. Wow, converts on the crit as well. So he's going to eat 3 damage here and get the pull in. And he's got a throw available to him if he wants it.
Yeah. That was really good for Brady. All right. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna assume that he goes off the terrain piece, and that way Brady's able to throw another terrain piece separately into Red Skull for hopefully another 3 damage.
All right, here comes the throw. Looks like we're throwing a size 1 lamp into Red Skull.
Yep. X is having an X cost throw is useful for things like this.
What's interesting too is this now gives all blocked though. Red Skull blocks it like a champ. It does give Dormammu something else to do this round if standing on that secure is going to be difficult. He might even be able to stand on that secure and still hit Red Skull. So great wild pull coming in here from Exodus round 1.
Ooh, yep. And there's no way to save Red Skull at the moment. We could potentially have some move into bodyguard range, so to hopefully take the next attack for Red Skull. So maybe that might be what Angela does or Enchantress does.
Yeah, I mean Angela can walk up, swing into Iron Man, and place in that back point to tie it. That's one approach you could take. And it looks like he's measuring to see where the range 1 is. He being Graham.
Yep. It looks like yeah, the base and the size 2 should be able to attack Invincible Iron Man. But yeah, unclear if the place is going to be able to get to the secure. I think he's close enough that he
I
should be
mean,
okay.
afterwards he places 2 off of Invincible, and he's got a medium-sized base, so he most assuredly
Yeah.
gets there. Just a matter of is that where you want to go? Like, staring down a Dormammu who will be able to double tap you this round, and then with Prio attack you again. Also notable that Brady does have Helios Laser on his side. All right, Angela moving up for Graham, going to attack into Invincible Iron Man. 6 dice physical into 4. He does have the DR available if he needs it. Oh no, we're seeing a throw come out first. All right, so Angela going to
Interesting.
throw.
Okay. Only 1 dodge.
Yeah, he DRs, so he takes 1 damage. And now we're going to see the dice come in here for the attack.
It makes sense because Angelic Assassin only can trigger from an attack, so that makes sense to throw the train first before you do your attack.
Absolutely. All right, good hit coming in from Angela.
Ooh.
5 successes into 3 blocks with 2 crits on Brady's side, though.
Nice.
Converts neither of those, but he does have DR, so again, he's only going to take, math is hard, 1 damage. There you go.
Yep. And get the additional power from the Red Skull leadership if anyone is following along for the power. So yeah, I don't think Graham will have any problems with power this game for sure.
Yeah, he's going to tie Brady's home point now, depending on what Dormammu does. This gives Dormammu something to do. I think you definitely attack into Red Skull, though, right?
I think so, yeah, because you can remove a leadership off the board, and that could be pretty key to tamping down characters like Nightcrawler, right, for not going too crazy during their activation.
All right, Dormammu swinging in here, attacking Red Skull. 3 successes for Dormammu, 1 block for Red Skull's side. There's a sap power for
And a hex as well, because it's both a sapphire and a hex, I think, on
Oh, a reroll
skulls.
came in from Invincible Iron Man on that as well, but did not convert. But Red Skull, 2 life left, and he's hexed. And it doesn't look like anybody's in. I don't know if Angela's in range too. I don't think so. To be able to
Uh,
for sacrifice or anything next round.
Correct. Yeah, there may have been an angle that Graham could have teleported to beyond the point and within two of Red Skull, but he committed more towards being behind Exodus instead. So yeah, unfortunately, no one is able to bodyguard for Red Skull right now.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to alter what Graham's plans were for Enchantress round one. She can she bow at 2 power? Yeah, right. She can bow round one.
Yep, as an Asgardian, she has enough power to do a 2-cost bow, so it's pretty neat.
Looks like she's going to walk up and bow Exodus off the point so that it's a tied point for the two of them. But this is the exact kind of game that Brady wants, right? Slow going. It's 7 VPs, but he is taken 1 secure off the board entirely this round.
Yep, and he's already slightly ahead on the attrition, especially on the leader. So like I think Brady's feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, and to be fair to Graham, I also would have put Red Skull 1 in that same position thinking that he'd be fairly safe. I mean, how often do you play into an Exodus in general? An Exodus could have also whiffed that wild,
Could
and that
have,
not been
yeah.
a problem. All right, Enchantress moving up here. She's going to bow Exodus off the point, which will cause a tie on Brady's home point between Dormammu and Graham's Angela.
Yep. And additionally, if you don't have someone else that's there, right, they can't leverage the additional dice reroll, I believe, that you would get from the secure as well. So that's also another benefit.
Going to keep Exodus within range 3 of Enchantress so that you can get some hits in next round.
Yep.
He's actually got a nice
Oh,
little
sorry.
beam lined up.
Nice. Listeners, I misspoke. It is a additional die, not a reroll on the secure.
And
All
that's
right,
going to
yeah.
be the
So
last
he's off.
activation. So score will be 3 points for Graham and 2 points for Brady.
That looks correct to me. Yeah. No one's on that south point there, so yeah, just all at the top.
Yep, the exact kind of game you want if you're Brady right now, dragging it out. Brady with the priority activation here. How do you start this round if you're Brady?
Let's see. All right, so you have to access your threat assessments. So the thing is, the only person that can bodyguard for Red Skull is Enchantress, and if you have the power to pay for the tax, I think it's pretty doable to just also like mow her down like pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that like I don't hate a dorm first activation honestly, just to see if you can just go through that. You can also I guess you also have spender money as well, so that's also a possibility you can do as well, just to constantly bounce it off, and hopefully that can also daze some models too. Red Skull's in a precarious situation potentially right now.
Yeah, I mean, Exodus can also throw a piece of terrain at Red Skull and maybe just get him that way. That's also possible. But if you don't get Red Skull here, I kind of expect a patch up to come through and save Red Skull, and then you're not going to take him off the board because of the bodyguards and sacrifice.
Yep. So either you take out Red Skull, you just take out the person that could bodyguard for him, right? So and that's just going to reduce the amount of options we have here.
All right, looks like an attack was going into Red Skull, and we have a bodyguard coming in here. I'm assuming it's Invincible Iron Man based on where the rulers are going down. 5 dice coming in. Crit on Brady's side, but blocked for Red Skull. Yeah, it was Invincible
Yep.
Iron Man. No wild to be able to get the displacement. I mean, it makes sense, right? You go with Invincible Iron Man. If you get the wild, you displace, so there's no bodyguard issue there.
Yep, and also powers him up to keep his defense tech online and also Jarvis online as well. So yeah, also a good line, I think.
Now it looks like he's a little torn on his options. Do we just go right back to the attack?
Yep, it looks like it. I see another 2 spent from Red Skull, so it looks like another bodyguard got activated there. Ooh, rough roll there.
Yeah, not a great roll. 1 block and 1 die coming in from from Iron Man. So he does get a power there, but no while to do in the displacement. Great. If you're Graham, you're feeling really good about that right now. As Graham's leader is hanging out there to die. He's got Nightcrawler with an extract in a super safe position on the north side, in not cover, but in stealth range, and his Mysterio on the south side, only threatened by a Gorgon. But Gorgon won't be able to pick up that extract because Gorgon is an extract holder for Brady. And on the north side for Brady, he's got an extract on his Invincible Iron Man, who's taken 3 damage. But he's protected by an Exodus.
Yep. So I think at this point, it probably makes sense to go with Skull, right? Just so that you can get your power back up, so that you can have access to resources and defense techs and whatnot. But let's see if Graham has a bit different line of play.
Well, you could also go with Enchantress, line up your beams, and then use that power to patch up, right? And we have
That's
an
true.
attack coming in here. It's 3 successes. Let's pay attention to where the power goes. Looks like I saw power going to Red Skull
Yep.
and power coming off of Invincible Iron Man, who blocked 2. So it looks like it was into Iron Man, who was able to DR to 0. Okay, second attack coming in.
Yep.
3 successes on Graham's side to 1 block for Invincible Iron Man, who will DR and take 1. So 4 out of 7 damage on Invincible Iron Man at this point.
Yep. And looks like gain the power, then he can spend 3 to teleport back. So some more safety.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any money online for Bodyguard or Sacrifice now, which is a little scary. Enchantress at 2 power doesn't really patch up for much, so still in a scary spot. Now Dormammu can definitely place and just kill him.
Yep. Enchantress, at least for at least one attack, is able to add 1 dice to Red Skull's defenses. So it is something, but definitely a far cry than a bodyguard.
Yeah, I think Graham was really hoping for some sap powers to come out of that he didn't quite get.
Agreed.
All right, activation over to Brady now. His Invincible Iron Man's got some damage on him, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a patch up coming here from a Dormammu or an Exodus.
Hmm. Let's
Brady,
see.
yeah, Brady thinking his options, weighing them over.
Yeah, he's got a few different things he needs to take care of. I mean, basically, like Angela and Nightcrawler are pretty fairly dangerous models. The chat has called out that Nightcrawler has access to a pretty decent beam in the people, so that potentially can give him some additional dice for any shenanigans that he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, both these guys are really nice, but I really want to see a big fat Brimstone Bliss just tear through Dormammu in 1 round. Dormammu's going to go now. Looks like he's going to spend her into Angela.
Yep.
All right, Brady swinging for the fences.
8 dice going in.
We've got, what is that, 7 successes on Brady's side to no blocks for Angela.
Ooh,
That's a 1-shot.
good. Yeah. That is a 1-shot, yeah, unless there's something else we're missing here. Nope, that is a 1-shot.
Angela dead. Brady 1, Discord Goblin 0.
Did hit the Yahtzee, but there's nobody within 2 to get that additional attack off of, so that will be a wasted trick. But
Yeah, Brady's showing us that by whipping around his range 2 stick.
Yep.
Not much left to do now for Dormammu. I guess he can place and take a shot now into Red Skull, which this would be a huge round 2.
Yep.
All right.
Easily within. Yep.
Yeah, he might be able to take Day's 2 models here, which would be awesome for Big Daddy Dorm. All right,
Yep.
so it's going to be 6
So,
dice into, what is it, 3 Mystic on Red Skull's side?
yep. Only 3 Mystic.
Big hit coming in, 4 successes for Brady. Not enough. Well, just adds to Dormammu's total there. So Red Skull
Yep.
going down this round really puts Graham in a precarious position going into round 3. 2 Days models with Dormammu sitting there ready to kind of close out Red Skull next round.
Oof. Yep. And he's gonna maintain priority. Yep. That's a great spot to be in as Brady right now. Oof.
Yeah, I think, I mean, getting your Angela 1-shot is pretty hard to predict. I think Red Skull's sitting at 5 damage with while you've got Patch Up and Sacrifice online, but might be saving those for Red Skull's injured side to make sure he stays up. It's all right. We have a
So
Nightcrawler.
there is a Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler can do some incredible things under this leadership.
So if you
Yeah, Enchantress hasn't gone yet either. So there's also beams as well that we can do with Enchantress as well.
yeah, if you're Graham now, which model are you holding to the end to try to like swing a secure or something? Is it Mysterio? Like you're banking on Mysterio not dying?
I think Mysterio's pretty fine. I think Enchantress probably goes like closest to last. I think because she
It's the
has the
bow.
bow, and I do. Yeah, no, there's no one here. I think stops a bow, and Mysterio feels pretty safe. I think against Gorgon because you know he's got to move if he wants to go back on that secure. Um, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to have generate enough power to be able to actually do everything that he wants to do against Mysterio.
Yeah, the problem with the Mysterio activation is that he walks to go to the point, but now you're giving Gorgon a double tap instead of a single tap.
Would you consider using Mysterio to just attack first into Gorgon, moving him, and then you move towards the point, and then if he tries to advance towards you, you try to just tricks and traps away?
I mean, that's a pretty dicey play, so I don't know if I'd consider that. I don't know what the right answer is for Graham. I'm probably want to hold. I don't want to put my Nightcrawler in danger and then potentially lose him to an Exodus like double tap throw.
Yep.
So I'm not sure like how you play around that. Maybe that's with an Enchantress going now to be able to like, double beam and then displace Exodus again to make it just harder for him to chase down Nightcrawler. Because
All
like
right,
that's
Mysterio into Gorgon.
okay.
Looks like
Yeah, I don't hate that activation.
good attack roll
Yeah,
actually.
3 successes to 1 block on Gorgon's side, and he'll get to move him now, right? Is it on a
Yep.
wild or
And
damage?
on damage, actually, Mysterio. He just needs to do damage. But 4 dice, it makes it dicey, literally sometimes.
Yeah, but he's also got he can tricks and traps him now, which is really cool.
Yep. Yep.
He does give Gorgon spender money. All right, tricks and traps, everybody's favorite superpower.
Yep. I'd say it's worth it. And then afterwards, you can choose either to run away more or just try to finish out the job.
Does not do any damage, right? But he does get a power back.
He does, yes, because there's at least one plank in the final pool.
Unfortunate. He'll get another crack at it when Gorgon moves next, but I guess you just walk to the secure, like you called out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because then if you walk towards secure, right? I don't know if you can get out of range 3, though. Oh, looks
It
like we're
looks
just
like
attacking again.
do it again. I don't hate this line either.
Oh,
Much
just going for it. Yep.
better attack. 3 successes with a crit coming in. 2 blocks though on Gorgon's side. So we're gonna push 1 more damage through and move him again, and be able to tricks and traps again. I mean, I once had a Thor 2 during the height of Thor 2 get 1 rounded by a Mysterio just hitting for good damage and then good damage on tricks and traps. It was pretty sick.
That is pretty sick. Yeah. No, this model is like so much fun. And I'm glad we're gonna see him on the table a little more now. So yeah, moving into toward the south end border basically, and
Does this make it so that he
hopefully,
can't get to that secure now? That's amazing. All right, here comes another tricks and traps. Mysterio doing cool guy things.
oh, he's got it.
He's,
Yep.
he's got a crit. Oh, wonderful. Yep, so 4 damage now on Gorgon. He's going to get to move him again. I'm sorry, move himself. That's what it is. Yeah, I was
Yep.
thinking of Shadow King.
Yep. And I'm assuming that Graham will be moving him outside of range 3, but we'll see.
Yeah, he does give him charge spender, which is pretty scary.
But if he charges in, though, like he potentially can die from another.
Oh,
tricks
he's
and
got
traps.
power. Oh, because he rolled a blank, so he's got another tricks and traps online.
I love
That's
this
all.
model. He's so cool.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you keep rolling 3 successes out of 4 dice, yes, he is very cool. That's a size 3 fountain Gorgon. You can't walk over that. Looks like Brady's going to consider an Exodus activation here, which makes a lot of sense to me. Avoid the fat beams from Enchantress.
Yep. And yeah, maybe Exodus going, he can sort of deny some options from Graham.
It looks like it is going to be a Gorgon activation. Are we charging? It is.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I think he's gonna feel like he gets more distance by bending the tool instead of doing a climb action.
I mean, I think he does. The we're just going to avoid the tricks and traps. All right.
Interesting. Okay, we're just rotating. Wow. Okay,
Uh,
unexpected, but all right.
yeah, I mean, you don't want to get dumpstered by like you've got a really good position right now. You're up on the attrition. You're slowing the game down. Like, why give away an extract? I think that makes total sense from Brady.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's a win right there for Graham, too, though. You're denying Brady a point when you're already down in the attrition. So I
yeah.
think that was
So
a good activation, I guess, from both players. All right, back to Graham, who looks like he is lining up that beam for Enchantress. Your dice being rolled yet? Not yet.
not yet. Nope. So I'm just waiting with bated breath and before I start the rolling.
Let me tell you something,
But yeah,
Jin. I I updated this monitor to a 240 hertz monitor, and TTS is definitely not the game to really notice the difference, but I feel like I'm in the 21st century now.
I'm
This
happy
is
for you, man.
this is wonderful. I was missing out all these years.
Gotta to get those frames in those fighting games too.
Yeah, that I'm still playing on PS5 because Tokan was a shit show on PC, although the new update today allegedly makes it much more playable.
Yep. You can always get the crack version. I heard it runs better. Womp womp.
Sure, it sure does. I saw that on Reddit.
All right, so what are we doing here with Enchantress? Measuring some distances. Could go to the south side. Could beam. Like we have some options here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just beam the two models that are there. Hopefully, get an extract off Invincible Iron Man, and then inconvenience Exodus.
Yeah. Also, like Enchantress's being there, I think is also just important so that Red Skull doesn't wake up with no one to help him out if he gets
Yeah,
attacked.
exactly.
I think Mysterio like has that south side on lock at the moment, so I don't think he needs to like go down there because otherwise like Enchantress can't affect much on the board if she's just by on the south side.
No, I also like moving Exodus so that you've got the ability for like Nightcrawler to be fairly safe. One thing I haven't noticed, Jin, is the Red Skull leadership. I haven't been paying attention to the power gain from that, but that must have been pretty impactful for Mysterio to get those tricks and traps off, right?
Correct. Yeah. So each time he was shooting like 1 or 2 damage through, right? That's like 2 or 3 power, and that's just enough to usually fill the kit plus your initial starting power face power.
Yeah, it looks like Enchantress is going to now bow Dorm so that we're going to get all three models with two beams here. Got to be, I guess he is body blocked by Red Skull 1, so he's not going to get pushed out of range, but I guess there's a chance he could get pushed out of Exodus range.
Yeah, I was wondering if it maybe made sense to beam the two individuals first and then bow Dormammu in, right? And then if you want to hit all three,
Yeah,
because right
she's going to get
now,
incinerated if she double beams here.
I think don't you get Hex first or
Yeah, yeah.
I
The
always
first one is
remember that.
Hex. The second one is Incinerate. All right.
Yes, yep.
Attack coming in.
Exodus added some extra dice to somebody.
Yo, we remembered we can tab. Let's go. Into Invincible Iron Man.
Nice,
Shout outs to Brady.
nice.
Stream
Oh
veteran.
no, rough block for Inspire Man.
Yeah, she's going to get a sap, deal 4 damage, which will kill him. Absolutely great start for Graham. She's going to get loaded up here. She gets 1 power from the beam, 1 power from the leadership, 1 power from the sap.
Yep,
She'll be able to pick up when this is done.
absolutely.
All right, now we're going into
I would assume
Exodus. You'd have to assume, right?
Exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good blocks from
Cool.
Exodus and decent hit coming in. 3 wilds, so we're going to be able to sap some power. Sapped all of his power. Good
Yep. He only
God.
had one though.
Oh, did he?
So
Oh, right, because he did
yeah,
add. He added dice before, right?
yeah, which I think was a good call on Brady's part,
Yep.
so that there's less power for it in case that roll happened. Actually,
Attack into Dormammu. What do we got on Brady's side? I'm sorry, Graham's side. Crit.
very modest. One success so far. Yep, one success.
All right, no wild, no damage coming through. But we got damage in the model that mattered. And also now Enchantress is sitting at 9 power.
Yep.
All right, let's see what kind of movement the Dormammu push gets here. Oh, maybe further than I thought?
Yep. Yeah, when you're not base to base, like sometimes it can get kind of kind of rough there. Oh no, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he does
we're
get
going
him
all the
pretty
way.
far.
Yep,
Unfortunate for Graham.
yep. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it does make sense to do the Dormammu here because like if you were to do this, then you know, I guess this works out that you can still walk back and pick up the objective and be at the point still. So okay,
Yeah, you just miss out on a second round of beaming into Exodus, but that at that point, like, you might just be powering him up.
yeah, I think there's just no way to know if you're just going to one shot Iron Man initially, but hey, sometimes it just works out.
Good Enchantress activation. She accumulated quite a bit of power. Now no one's scoring that home point for Brady at the moment. We've got extracts, 3 of them on Graham's side, one on Nightcrawler, who's fairly safe on the north side, one on Enchantress, who's in range of Exodus, should he choose to place himself, and then one on Mysterio, who's a little beaten up. 1 damage on him, not standing as secure on the south side, dueling with Gorgon, who took 4 this round. Brady's only extract holder is currently Gorgon, who's also on the south side. No real chance, I think, for either player to affect Mysterio or Gorgon next round, so those two will continue dueling. So really all the action here is on the north side, where we've got a big cluster. Exodus going into Enchantress here. He could not pay to go through her defenses. He's just hoping for a wild, which he does get. 3 successes into 2. So 1 damage on Enchantress, but really what we wanted was that wild, because now we've displaced her, making it harder for Graham to score. And again, the slower the scoring is for both players, the more it benefits Brady.
Yep. And after that, I guess we have let's see, not enough to actually teleport onto the point. So you can just walk, or you can do another gainer, I guess, and then teleport afterwards.
You could walk and throw.
Oh, that's right. Yes, range 3 medium, right, Mike?
Yeah, and it's pay X, so he did not get updated like Magneto did in the update, which I think is fine for Exodus.
Yeah, I think so. It's just like him and Cable now. I think only has that ability, which it can be fun, depending on how many size ones are available to you.
All right, Exodus walking, and we're gonna throw into Enchantress.
Yep. And unlike Mysterio, Enchantress does not get the roller Mystic defense a dice pool for dodges, so it will just be on the 2, I believe.
Yeah, but she'll definitely be surviving this round at least. All right, one
And dodge
block.
1.
Yeah, on Enchantress side, she just takes 2 damage. She's fully stocked now on power. Again, Graham's got 3 extracts. No secures at the moment. Brady holding 1 extract and 1 secure now. Just Nightcrawler left to go for Graham. I feel like Graham really wants that cool Brimstone Blitz, but Brady not giving him many options here.
Yep. So if you have to go into Dormammu, that's going to set you up with some debuffs.
Yeah,
If you
you
guys do
really
that.
don't want Nightcrawler getting hexed because like the reason you have him here is mobility, which doesn't matter a ton in this map. So the other reason you have him is for, the cool, loot box play. And you also have to be really concerned next round as Graham that you might just lose your leadership and potentially another model, as Brady has a Helios laser, and then he's got a Dormammu available to him to open up into Graham's leader, who's got no one defending him at the moment.
Yeah, that will be pretty rough. So I think that means that Nightcrawler, unfortunately, might have to just end up within range 2 of Red Skull uh, after it's all said and done, just to make sure that Red Skull doesn't just get vaporize immediately at the beginning of the next round.
Yeah. It does not feel good for that to be your activation, but if you don't do that, you're probably giving away your Red Skull leadership.
Yep.
And maybe you're okay with that because you don't want to give away, you don't want to dangle one of your extract holders in front of Brady and make them trivially easy to remove.
Oh, this is really rough. um,
Yeah, it really comes down
I'm wondering.
to round one where when Graham moved the Nightcrawler, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but in hindsight, he needed to protect himself more than we realized that he did.
Yeah, there's some games you really feel like, even though Red Skull got the health buff, like he's got very vanilla defenses otherwise, right? So a lot concentrated fire definitely just true
Yeah,
strength.
it's relying on the bodyguard. I mean, I understand it because, like, as someone who's played a fair bit of Exodus, I've never rolled a wild on that attack, so it's understandable you'd think no one else will also roll the wild.
I think Brady's hit that trigger almost every time now,
Yeah, he
if
did.
not
Yeah,
every time.
yeah. Every time it mattered.
Every time it mattered, yes. The great effect, either setting up a leader for terrible dazing, or moving his one bodyguard away.
Yeah, I think Graham correctly identifying here that he's got to just double walk his Nightcrawler. It doesn't feel good, but it's really the only thing you can do.
Yep, it's the most responsible thing to do.
All right, so that's the round. It looks like Graham's going to be scoring 4 points to go to 7 to Brady's 3 points going to 4. So a little bit of a lead for Graham, but I'm sure he doesn't feel that way at the moment as Brady is on the precipice of potentially removing his leader. Although Graham's now made that harder. We've got extracts on Mysterio on the south side who's dueling with Gorgon. Doesn't look like anybody else will be influencing their battle this round. Mysterio having power for his tricks and traps is going to make it difficult for Gorgon. On the north side for Graham, we've got Nightcrawler holding an extract and Enchantress, both of them right there in the line of fire for Brady. And we've got Red Skull and Angela waking up for Brady. They're both waking up for Graham, both angry.
Yep. It should all be noted that Gorgon did take Flames of the Faultine damage because he had 5 or more power.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, really dangerous
one health
now.
now.
All right, so Brady's got the opening activation here. What do you do with that? You've got 6 power in Dorm, so you could potentially like spender and trigger that bodyguard effect and take the bodyguard off the board, and then you've got a shot into Red Skull after that.
Yeah, yep. That's the point of them being within range too. It does them open for a spender trigger for Dormammu.
Yeah, and notable that Nightcrawler measured range 2 from Enchantress. It looks like Invincible Iron Man's going to attack into Enchantress.
Interesting.
Spends a bunch of power. Are we seeing a Helios laser? I didn't flip the card. So what is he spending all that power on? Focused Unibeam. An attack I've never seen happen.
Yep.
All right, dice being rolled here.
And extra enemy crit.
3 successes for Brady to no successes for Enchantress. Looks like Brady did pay for the what's that called?
The tax, right?
Yeah, the tax.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a focus Unibeam. What is that? Because he rolled 7 dice. Is it both of his attacks are 7 dice? Because he placed, it was obviously the $1 billion punch. He got the throw trigger. And I'm guessing, Jin, the thinking here is maybe like putting all those characters together, you line up spenders for Dormammu.
Yes. I'm trying to think if there's any other splash potentials that they have.
Yeah, that actually dazed Enchantress there on that throw.
Nice. I believe the Exodus has an AoE, right, Mike? As well.
So he does. Yeah, it's
area 2,
7 dice, and then it hands out Incinerate.
I mean, that's also potential play, like down the road as well, if everybody just kind of stays there. But more likely, yeah, it's for the Dormammu spender opportunities now.
Well, you still got another action if you're Brady. You can just pick up this extract. Oh, we're seeing Gorgon spend a bunch of power. Dormammu spend a bunch of power. We're going to see a Helios, ladies and gentlemen.
Man. All right. So, well, I guess the dice tray will tell us how many that was. But that was
Into Angela.
definitely. Oh,
He did
makes
spend
sense.
off of
Yeah.
Exodus as well. I think this is going to be something like 14 to 16 dice, something like that. That's a lot. There's a
Yep.
lot in that tray right now, and
The-
no blocks for
that was-
Angela. Oh boy, howdy. We've got 10 successes on Brady's side with 2 crits. Angela off the board. The Discord goblins losing their mind.
huge, huge. There's been 2 rough games in a row for Angela on this channel.
I love it. I don't usually do bits on the stream, Jin, but the Angela post update, I saw so many comments about, especially when what's his name was revealed. It's the shitty Xavier Onslaught. Yeah, when Onslaught. Yeah, when Onslaught was revealed, I saw so many people talking about how Angela just kills him, and it made me. I just wanted to just like kick a puppy when I saw that. So Brady doing the Lord's work here, removing Angela, having her have no impact on the game. What a great setup from Brady. I really liked his plays this round. We were able to daze Enchantress, pick up her extract, and then KO Angela. Really puts Graham
Incredible.
behind at the moment. Now he's down 5 threat. We've got parity on extracts. Now Mysterio can kill Gorgon this round, which will slow Brady down a little bit, but not a lot protecting Red Skull from Dormammu at the moment. You either lose your leader or you lose your extract.
Yeah, and your highest output model, right, at the moment, because right now, the Nightcrawler has to do a lot of lifting to get Graham back in the game.
Yeah, and if I'm going to be honest with Eugene and the audience, obviously every game that I stream, I pretend like I don't have a favorite or someone I'm rooting for, but I was 100% rooting for a Nightcrawler like soloing Dormammu or something this game, and I'm still hoping it happens. But Brady making that very difficult for him.
Yep.
He's making me want to play Invincible Iron Man, which is not bad because I really like the way my Invincible Iron Man turned out because I didn't paint him myself.
Yep. I'm still sad that he's not as mobile as Hulkbuster, but yeah, maybe this is definitely worth a second look now. And it really not much really changed. It's just that he just is going to be around the board a little longer. So that's one of those like it's like, oh, maybe all they needed was a health buff, and then they'll see play.
Yeah, I think he's a neat character. It's just a little lame that none of the Iron Man are particularly fast and interesting. If you're Graham now, what do you do to not lose the game? You're down 9 threat this round. You've had your Angela KO'd. You're likely to lose another extract if you don't do something with Nightcrawler. And if you do something with Nightcrawler, you're likely to lose Red Skull. So, like, what is realistically your options here? Do you just roll the dice at Nightcrawler?
I think you do. You're within range 2, so you could just start Brimstone Blitzen, like.
Yeah. You could also maybe go into Invincible Iron Man to set up a beam to get both of them. No, that doesn't work. You got to go into... I saw a power paid. It looked like a whiff. No, it's only 4 dice rolled. Okay. We have the first attack coming in. If it's a Brimstone Blitz, then we've made a mistake. No, it's not. It's just a 5-die regular attack. Just 1 damage, which is blocked by Dormammu. So we're going to get a Hex put on him, which is going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, because I assumed you would want to start with the Brimstone Blitz so that, he doesn't get the Hex until after he's done with all his Brimstone Blitzes, right?
Yeah. You place 1, you do the Brimstone Blitz, and you hope to get the trigger the first time. You got to high roll it. All right, he's looking where he wants to place him.
Yep. So you puff smoke here. Let's see. So Dorm doesn't have the power to hex him, so he's good.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, he's going to go into Exodus. He pays the power for the Brimstone Blitz. I think, though, he did miss, like, just doing his first teleport Oh, there it is, right there. He pays 1 to go.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yep.
That makes sense now. And then you Brimstone
Okay.
Blitz. It's how many dice is this, Jin? 7? The first one that he's gonna do.
I Yeah, I
He's done
think
2
so. So you start
teleports.
with start with 5, so it should be on 7 right now for the first attack.
We've got the trigger, 6 successes with a crit,
Ooh,
just 1
that's real
block
good.
on Exodus's side. So we're gonna push through here 5 damage, and we've got the trigger to do it again.
Casual, casual.
This is why we stream the games, ladies and gentlemen, to see Nightcrawler pop off. So we're gonna get the puff of smoke, we get the power return, so he'll be able to do this as long as he keeps hitting the trigger. What is the trigger, Jin? Can you remind us?
Yeah, so this is a crit hit, actually. So not that hard to get, actually.
All right, Exodus giving himself additional dice. Nightcrawler getting 1 additional dice. So
Ooh.
big hit coming in. 6 successes with 2 crits for Nightcrawler. Good blocks coming in. 3 on the side of Exodus, but that's going to get him.
Yep.
Okay. We did the thing.
Yep, I did not see this line, and that is really cool to see. And key point also, Nightcrawler is healthy, and Invincible Iron Man is injured, so currently Nightcrawler is winning this secure point as well.
Yeah, but he's looking like he's going to try to teleport him off the point just to stop Dormammu from killing him. Or making it harder for Dormammu to kill him.
Yep. So he could potentially dodge towards the barricade. That will give him his stealth. Does leave Red Skull SOL, but I don't think there's anything that Nightcrawler could do to get back into range 2 in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the correct line. Because you just gotta take some chances. You're accepting that your leadership is probably gonna get taken off the board. But also, Graham is like likely to take down Gorgon.
Pretty likely, yeah. But there's no one for him to pick up with though. So I
Yeah.
wonder, would you consider keeping Gorgon alive so that until someone can go over, punch him, and pick up his stuff?
Yeah, I just don't know who's gonna be the one to do that. It's not a lot of mobility left on. I guess there's. Yeah, there's not a lot of mobility left on Graham's side.
Yeah, no, good point. Yeah, it would have been Angela if anybody. So yeah, maybe you do just take out Gorgon.
All right, so we got to see a lot of cool things this round. We got to see a Helios. We got to see, the Nightcrawler Helios. I'm hoping we see a Cosmic Invigoration happen. We'll see. I don't know what Dark Empowerment does. It's a bad card, so I've only seen Vodka Blitz play it.
So basically you nominate I
power.
think a
Okay.
character, yeah, and their next attack will just generate power. No matter what the usual rules are, I think.
Yeah, it's a Montreal type card.
The problem is like, yeah, it's one of those cards you play before you know how successful it's going to be, which is always kind of a dicey proposition there.
It is Graham's activation. I mean, the obvious thing here is go with Dormammu and try to remove the leadership. Graham does have his Dark Rain that he can pull, next round, although he has not a ton of great models to utilize it. But still a great card to have.
Yeah, even just Enchantress can still like do some more good work out of it. A couple spenders maybe.
Okay, dice are being rolled here. Dorm into Red Skull. Great hit coming in from Dorm. 5 successes into no blocks, so he's gonna eat 5 here.
Oof.
And sap some power. That's rough.
Yep. And then we also hex him so that his next defense attempt is going to be even more.
Oh yeah, and he souped up Iron Man with the Dark Empowerment here. So now we've got Jarvis rerolls online. He can reroll 3 of Dorm's dice. Like the chances of getting Red Skull are extremely high here. 6 dice. Weak hit, but that's why we powered up Iron Man. Good blocks coming in from Graham. He's alive if the Jarvis rerolls don't convert.
Yep.
3 rerolls coming in here for Graham. I'm sorry, Brady.
Yep.
And
they convert.
Oh boy, so that's 5 successes, 2 blocks. That's enough to KO Red Skull. Dark Empowerment actually incredibly relevant here. Without Dark Empowerment, he doesn't kill Red Skull.
I do like that usage, though. Yeah, being able to like use that in the first attack, and then you have a buff bot. Like, yeah, I'm digging this, Brady. Good job. That was really
Yeah.
nicely done.
So right now Brady has parity on extracts, and he's got 2 secures to the potentially one that Graham might score. We've got extracts on a Gorgon who's got 5 out of 6 damage. Simon, I was hoping you were still watching, and I was laughing as soon as that worked out. Of course it was. Whenever Simon's watching, Recal's never going to work, and Dark Empowerment, I guess, is although that was actually a really sick use of Dark Empowerment.
Yep.
Like, it's got the extra value when the model you're juicing up can reroll for Dorm. I like that a lot. All right, Graham looking like he's going to go with his Mysterio here because he doesn't have any other options because they're all dead.
So if you don't kill Gorgon here, you could get priority, though, right? So I'm wondering if that's something that he's thinking about right now.
It's tough. Man, it's really tough. I don't know what the right decision is here. I mean, chat, what do you guys think? Do we kill the Gorgon to deny Brady a VP?
So here's the thing. If he goes, he can go on top of the secure, right? And just have this range 3, like, denial space, because if he walks during his activation, right, and so he can end his turn abruptly, right? And
Mm-hmm.
not lose priority.
Oh, true, 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 true.
So I'm thinking that that could be something that Graham is thinking about here, because I feel like losing priority would be very bad against the Dorm's team right now.
Yeah, I mean, your other option though is that next round, like, you don't kill him this round with the tricks and traps. You wait till next round where you can get easier days to deny the momentum. But what is he thinking about here? Graham's doing a lot of measuring. Does he have some other options we're not considering?
I was wondering if there's no. I mean, I don't think there's a Grand Illusion play that's going to be relevant here right now. Let's see, Cosmic Invasion's done. So yeah, patch up sacrifice. Oh no, we're just going for it. Okay, all right. I take it back.
Yeah, he just wants to kill him. I guess he's going for like tabling as his win con. I liked your line of just walk to that point, and if he wants to walk into your range, you just kill him and you get to keep prio.
Right, it's pure profit, right? If that works
Yeah.
out. So
Well, dice will roll 2 blocks on Gorgon's side. Big hit coming in from Mysterio, who's just not filled to roll well.
nope.
So Graham
Yep.
opting to not score and instead slow down Brady's scoring. So we're gonna have Brady scoring 2 secures and 1 extract to go to 7, and Graham is gonna score 2 extracts to go to 9. So Brady narrowing the lead slightly.
Yep. But considering like how many points you can score per round and how quickly the attrition is kind of going, I don't think we're gonna make it to 16 in this game.
Yeah, and that might be why he opted to kill Gorgon the way he did. It would have been nice if he could, hold the prio and score the secure at the same time, but maybe he's worried about Gorgon just not taking that line and just walking away out of range 3 of Mysterio,
Right.
which would leave Mysterio with nothing to do, so maybe Graham's play was actually like pretty correct. Hard to say.
Okay. Hard to say, yeah.
Yeah,
Nightcrawler definitely is going to be feeling this now because he can't regenerate power now from his Brimstone Blitzes since the leadership is gone. So I wonder what the output is going to be like for Nightcrawler now.
if you just keep rolling like Graham's offense has been, though, you might be all right.
That's true. Yeah.
Just deal
roll
5
good.
and 5 again. Easy. And you do have a Dark Rain available this round, so you could maybe take Exodus or Invincible Iron Man off the board with the Dark Rain Enchantress. Let's see here. It'll be 7 dice with rerolls, which is nice. Maybe you also Grand Illusion on the south side to keep Mysterio safe and maybe dig into Gorgon. He's got some options here, but neither are played in the power phase, so Brady has an opportunity here to deny one of those 2 things from happening. Brady with the priority looks like he's considering an Exodus activation and hoping to try to take out Enchantress, it seems. He will be backed up by Jarvis rerolls for power on Iron Man. Exodus placing up here. He's got range 3 to a piece of terrain, so he'll be able to throw terrain. Still have power up to be able to lower the defenses of Enchantress twice. I like this line a lot. All right. I didn't see him. Yeah, he did. Okay, so we're rolling 6. What if we just got no successes on our 6 dice? That's the Exodus I know. No blocks from
Mm,
Enchantress, so both players just doing nothing.
love to see it.
Oh,
Oh
well, we've
boy.
got Jarvis rerolls from Iron Man. What a cool guy. Oh, converts just one of those. So 1 success on 9 dice for Brady. Pokes 1 damage
Yep.
through on Enchantress.
And that provides an incinerate, right?
He threw terrain.
Or
I'm
just
sorry,
the
no,
terrain. Okay.
no, I'm sorry. The 6 dice, I don't think it incinerates because he didn't spend it. It just has a sat power.
Oh, just that power. Okay.
Yeah.
We just did a okay. Yep. Yeah. So there's no need to pay for the defense then in that case. Yeah, since it's
He
the six
just
X.
paid to throw terrain at Enchantress now. So it'll be 3 damage coming in. She's got 2 defense dice on this. She blocks 1, takes 2. Okay, now we've got one more attack with Exodus. I think at this point you just rip the spender, right?
I think you do. Yeah, you pay the tax, right? And because he's got no, he doesn't have the
No, he doesn't
power.
have the tech.
Yeah, yeah, 7 dice is better than 6. So yeah, let's just go for it. Oh no, looks like we're just going for a more normal attack now. 6.
I didn't see him pay to get around the defenses. He did not.
No. You can't because it's a mystic attack, right? Mystic to mystic. So there's no point in paying.
Oh, right. Well, at that point, maybe just rip the spender, just get the incinerate on.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna
Yeah, yeah.
happen. Yeah, but okay, all right. So
He may
here's what we
just
are.
want the defense dice available to him. So, like, just sitting
All
on the
right.
power.
Yep. Okay, so we have an opportunity here. Enchantress is alive, so Exodus didn't quite finish the job. So we have options for Dark Rain and Hail Mary something
Yeah,
here.
Graham down 2 models. He lost his Red Skull 1 leadership and his Angela last round. He's got an extract on Nightcrawler and on Mysterio. On Brady's side, we've got an extract on Invincible Iron Man. And we've got 1 extract just hanging out in the wind near Gorgon on the south side. Mysterio and Gorgon dueling each other. Not a lot going to affect that matchup this round. For Brady, we've still got Dormammu, Gorgon, and Iron Man to go. For Graham, we've just got Enchantress. We've got Enchantress, Nightcrawler, and Mysterio to go. It is Graham's activation. Looks like he's going to go with Enchantress, given that there's a good chance she goes down this round.
I wonder if you play for a Dark Rain from Mysterio so that Enchantress just has all of the tools available to her.
What do? You Dark Rain and try to, like, remove Iron Man?
I think so, yeah, because removing Dorm is a much taller of an order because of the he's got a better Mystic defense, right? And then he's got the Hex that you can do onto, whereas like this Iron Man, just has the DR. Basically, you just have to get through. And with the rerolls, I think you should be okay.
Notable that Brady does have Recal, so he can definitely blow up one of the Dark Rain attacks.
But what if he just gets it in the first attack though?
Well, then he won't be able to Recal that Jin. Fair enough.
Well, there you go. just do it in the first shot. Dark Rain, let's go. Or are we going for a Nightcrawler situation here?
I'd be hard pressed to believe that, just because Nightcrawler is not in a lot of danger, and if you remove Invincible Iron Man, then Nightcrawler is in 0 danger,
Yeah,
and Enchantress is going to die this round to Dormammu.
yeah. She's the last person that's going to be able to use Dark Rain well. So I think this has got to be the turn you do it, right, Mike? So that's my opinion, at least.
Looks like she's thinking about walking.
Like a double walk patch up situation, maybe.
I mean, patching up. Nightcrawler can patch her up for 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is an option. Looks like she's not going to be within range 2 of him, though.
Nope. That's pretty rough.
All right, she's paying 3 power to bow Dorm. Okay, that does make his round a little bit more difficult. Exodus not standing on a secure, so like there's a world where you kill Iron Man and you feel okay. Like Graham's down big here, but at the same like in the attrition war, but at the same time he has enough of an extra of a lead in the scenario where maybe he can limp to the finish line.
Yeah, it's possible. We're in better control of the extracts rights, and you know, yeah, Mysterio versus Gorgon. Like you definitely can get that South point secure as well. So
Oh, she's
if
gonna
you,
steal from Iron Man.
oh man, nice, good job.
I you know I forgot that ability was on her just because I have not seen it be relevant in so long.
Yeah, usually the opportunity cost of the action, right, the use is pretty heavy. But in this case, yeah, maybe just so that you don't power up Iron Man, right? So you can't pay for the tax and everything. I think this makes a ton of sense actually.
Antran's just paying for something.
So this is, I think, Iron Man attacking,
Okay, Iron
or
Man attacking, that makes more sense. But it looked like she paid 3 power. Oh, that was for the action, right? Okay,
yep,
Iron Man not pushing any damage through, but will push her off the point.
yep.
I actually think you're pretty okay with this as Graham because I mean Dorm walks and does one attack, but Iron Man been pretty annoying this game. All right, now Iron Man's gonna swing into Nightcrawler, try to do a little damage to him.
Yep.
5 dice energy into 3. Oh, he buffed his dice. Okay. Just 2 successes for Iron Man. Great blocks coming in for Graham. So nothing coming there of that attack. But did
Yep.
get some displacement here. It actually now makes some Grand Illusion things kind of interesting. With Graham able to kind of consolidate his models. You maybe even
Let's
move
see.
Mysterio to be within 2 of Enchantress for sacrifice.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that.
Like you can swing into Gorgon. You don't even have to swing into Gorgon. If Gorgon wants to pick up that extra, he's got to walk away, so he's not going to score that secure. Enchantress paying 3 for Dark Rain onto Gorgon. Okay, I actually like this a lot because with the 7 power on a Mysterio, you might be able to just get him here by throwing out. You've got access to some tricks and traps. You've got access to the spender. You're asking
Yep.
a lot, but
And
I think this is the right play.
I mean, 5 health, like you threw Mysterious Spender, like and it's only a 3 defense. I don't think that it's that crazy to do pretty well in here.
Yeah, and you know what? Dorm's not going to be on the power for Dark Restoration in this round, right? Because if you do 2 attacks into Gorgon, it's going to be tight, actually. He might be on Dark Restoration power this round. 2 attacks here. Yeah, actually, he might end up on
Let
Dark
me.
Restoration. Okay, what do we get here? We've got 1 block so far for Gorgon. Not great hits coming from Mysterio. Oh, boy. And that was his spender as well. Rerolls coming for Dark Rain. We need to convert these. It converts 1, so 3 damage coming through on Gorgon.
It looks like just 2 because he did convert from an human
Ah,
reroll.
unfortunate. Yeah, he needed that.
So that'll be 2. It does get the throw, I think, right? Because the throw is on damage.
Yeah, is it? So now he can throw him into a piece of terrain and also get the tricks and traps,
Yep.
which is a cute interaction.
Yep.
All
This
right.
will power Dorm up quite a bit though over each of these different separate instances, but
Yeah, and that's the problem because now Dorm will be on Dark Resto power, so like Gorgon just comes back healthy. All right, tricks and
yep.
traps coming in now. 3 damage coming in. I'm sorry, 1 damage coming in.
And yep, and 1 power refund because of the blank. Right, so Gorgon's just on 1 power now. I think we're looking to try to move back onto the point, but still be within range 3 to attack Gorgon here.
Yeah, I mean, if you can be within 2 of Enchantress, 1 of the point, and 3 of Gorgon, it feels really good. You're able to deny Brady a VP from Gorgon. You are gambling a bit that next round, Gorgon doesn't just why within 2?
22.
Oh, to avoid cover. All right, rolling 4 dice. Gorgon blocking
Looks
1 so
pretty.
far. 2
Yep.
successes on Graham's side. Gorgon blocking 2. All right, we've got the Dark Rain reroll coming in. I think he's got him. Yep.
Yep. 4 should be good enough. Yep. It's
Yeah,
gonna do 1 damage no
removes
matter what.
Gorgon. Again, now, the problem is we've just got Dorm left to go for Brady. So the extracts, 3 extracts are on Graham's side. We've got 1 on Nightcrawler, 1 on Enchantress, 1 on Mysterio. Unfortunately, Enchantress is 1 walk from Dorm, so Dorm's going to be able to swing into her. Brady really needs his dice to come through on this.
Yep, but likely Dorm will pay for the tax, right? Yep, so you get the hit, just the 2 energy defense. So this is going to be potentially pretty rough for Enchantress.
All right, 6. Good hit from Brady. 4 successes into no blocks. Enchantress is going to go down. And he's got the 1 sap. So Dorm is going to be sitting at Dark Restoration power. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but if he pays to pick up that extract, he won't be able to Dark Rest him.
Yeah, I think he's just giving that next Exodus for next round. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're in no rush to score points as Brady. I think the pacing of the game is well under control on your end at the moment.
Yeah, what do you do with Nightcrawler now? Do you throw attacks in the Invincible Iron Man, or are you just throwing your Nightcrawler away? If you move to the south side, you can score 3 points to go to 12, but you've got almost no way to score 4 next round to close it out.
No, I think you just have to start taking models off the board. So Invincible Iron Man, you could try to take out, and he can't possibly come back.
Yeah, you gotta
So
spike. You're playing for spikes at this point, because if you don't, then Patch Up takes that off the board. He does have Recal, so the chances of spiking and getting him are super low. But you just gotta get, I guess, Brady to burn the cards.
Yeah, I mean, also you could also do the terrible curse of the Recal where that you roll into something better. You know, like that does happen as well. I've definitely been on the receiving and giving end of that.
Yeah, we've got Brady activated out, and just Nightcrawler to go for Graham. Hey, Carl. See, we'll acknowledge Carl, we'll acknowledge Simon, but we won't acknowledge Sweepy. Gives him too much joy. Carl, if you're just joining us, you've missed a really interesting game so far. We've had a Helios laser. We've had a lot of tricks and trapsing going on. I'm seeing a bunch of tabbing happening here.
I think the players are big having a discussion.
Yeah. We saw a really cool Dark Empowerment play that was super relevant for Dorm to close out Red Skull 1. All right, looks like Graham has identified that we need to take out Invincible Iron Man.
Yep. So
we'll
we're
be
doing the builder first.
What if we just whiffed? All right, no damage there. And again, unfortunately, won't be able to do his looping of the Brimstone Blitz because Red Skull is dead. Oh yeah, we did have the big Brimstone Blitz sequence earlier that was able to kill Exodus, which was really cool.
That was pretty hype. Yeah. So yeah, unless we're gonna go for a one shot, and maybe that is what we're doing now.
We're doing a Brimstone Blitz here. So that's 6 dice.
And you can still do the builder as well.
Good hit. He's got the trigger, so 4 successes. But geez, Louise, 4 blocks on Iron Man's side. So we're not going to poke any damage through on this.
Yep. And then we get a follow-up attack. So I believe since they're at 0 power, you can't pay for an additional Bristle Blitz, so it's got to be the builder. So maybe we spike the 5 dice here into 20.
Yep, maybe your 5 dice just turns into 12. That's your out.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Already some blocks on Brady's side, so he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we're not going to push damage through on this one either, unfortunately, for Graham. So disappointing round for him. He'll score 3 points to go to 12. But Brady's going to have 4 models, 2 healthy ones next round. And with the priority, Brady should be able to take Nightcrawler off the board with either a Dormammu or an Exodus, whoever. And here comes the Dark Restoration, so we've got a healthy Gorgon coming in. Man, Dormammu's such a cool guy. I love Dorm.
Let's see.
I haven't played him in a while.
Yeah, it turns out he's pretty good. Go ahead.
I have a really good looking Dormammu that Dan painted for me.
Shouts to Dan, making sure that we don't have a mountain of gray on our hands. That guy's awesome.
All right, so Brady's got the priority here. Let's see what he opts to do.
Yep, has an entire full squad somehow still, because Dorm thinks. So let's see. There's a few different ways you can go about this. I think Exodus probably has the best chance of taking out Nightcrawler because he can't buff his Mystic defense, and he has rare access to decent Mystic attacks. Backed up by the Jarvis rerolls from Invincible Iron Man. I think that's probably what I would start with, but maybe there's a different line here.
Yeah, no, I like that line because you've got access to a throw as well after you teleport. You can teleport, throw, grab. All of those things are available to you. You don't really want to spend her anyway.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely want to throw first, right? Before you can get to his Globule for 2 power.
Correct.
So
let's see. Does he know that? He does not.
Nope. Looks like we're just going for attacks.
All right, 4 successes on Brady's side to just 1 block for Nightcrawler on Graham's side. Jarvis rerolls coming in here. Do we convert? We do. So 6.
All of them.
So Nightcrawler takes 5 and goes down. At that point, I guess.
Yeah, I think
the game is still technically not over. I don't think Brady can't score enough this round for the game to be over, but Graham is not going to be able to put up enough offense at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely for sure going to round 6. I don't think Brady should have any problem scoring 16 or more points for sure.
Yeah, now if you're Graham, is there any out for you? Is it just like you walk to your secure and you hope to spike into Gorgon? Oh man, it's rough. Because if Brady does nothing, he's going to score 4 points to go to 12. And then even just tying Graham, so Graham only scores 1. Yeah, there's an extract on that south side, all the way in no man's land, that just won't be able to be. Nothing's gonna be able to happen with it. Okay, so we have tricks and traps coming in here from Stereo. So a pass from Graham. Nothing on the tricks and traps. It does get 1 power refunded.
Yep, and did not look like that was a charge, so it looks like a walk. I want to say.
1 walk and then attack, and you can ignore the Mysterio's defenses.
Okay.
So 5 dice in the 1. Do we spike? Not bad. Ooh. 4 successes with a reroll coming in. That 5 successes. Like so goodbye, Mysterio. You just got 1 shot. Well, not 1 shot. He had a damage on him before that. 5 damage to Mysterio. Yep. That's going to get him. Gorgon will pick that up, score 2 points.
Yep. Oh, did they catch the stun? I was wondering if they were going to catch that or not. But yeah, they were good.
Well, look at that. Now, what if Graham just didn't activate any models in round 5? Invincible Iron Man picks up. He's going to walk to a secure.
Yep.
And
Freeze up their
then you just walk.
freeze up their Momo. Yeah, to go down.
Yeah, this is the scary thing about playing, fighty lists like what Graham brought, because you've got someone like Brady who's just bringing an even fightier list that can play tall. I mean, playing tall is still like one of the better things you can be doing in an attrition matchup. And I don't think Graham's team had an option for it. And Helios Laser was just such a massive thing. Yeah, now Brady with the points lead. It's been a really cool game to watch though. We got to see both. It was kind of like a commander game. Everyone got to do the thing they wanted to do. Nightcrawler popped off. We got a Helios Laser, and Brady just kind of tearing through Graham's models. We
Oh,
got this.
absolutely. Yeah.
We got,
I think I had a great time seeing like the different ways that Brady was able to push and pull at different bodyguard vectors
yeah,
between like the reverse bodyguards and sacrifice. That was like okay, there's a lot of good layers that Graham had. It's just that you have to meticulously like untie the knot right there.
absolutely. And if you're watching now, just a reminder that if you like watching these stream games, they happen because people are willing to be on stream, and it's really hard sometimes to find those games. So if you like watching stream games, volunteer. Let me know if you're playing after 8:30 Eastern time. Reach out. Let me know that you're available to be streamed. We stream all kinds of games on here.
It's a generally very exciting time to see everyone play because like today we're seeing a lot of new models that we don't get to see. Like I cannot tell you the last time I've seen Invincible Iron Man like on the board. Like this has been a great time to watch this.
Yeah, a lot of people actually think that I stopped streaming for a while because the game was, waiting for updates. It's actually because I just got so sick of messaging 10 people a week about stream times, and then, that things not lining up. So if people like and want to see streamed games, help find those games. I know it's something that Nobility also like hurt his desire to stream as well. It's just annoying to chase people down for games.
Yeah, I do wonder if maybe there should be like some sort of centrally we can just post up as like requesting stream game, and this is when we're available. But more likely, what it should be is like it should be tied to you and like Jeremy and anyone streamer's time, because I know some people like to stream in the afternoon, some people like you want to stream like later in the evening,
So
so
there's
like
also room for more people that want to stream too. So if anybody's not sure how to get started, you can always reach out. I helped Sweepy and Vodka Blitz get their streams up and going. I think they're having a
I,
conversation now. I think it's pretty well established that we've got a GG here, but we never join the players until you see the official GG.
yep.
Now
I
me,
do wonder if there's yeah.
Jen, you know me pretty well that I am someone who very much pieces out before that 16 pretty often.
Much to the detriment of the tournament points.
All right, Nightcrawler
All right.
places one for Graham. We're gonna go into Exodus and start taking our chances here.
Yep. Let's do it. Prince on Blitz.
Can we run round them?
Oh, does this become a hit? Oh, it is.
Okay, so no damage, but we do get another crack at the Brimstone Blitz. This one will now be 7 dice.
Yep.
Let's live the dream, baby.
Yep. It continues on. Rolling
Okay.
3 hits.
He
Oh,
will
one
push
more
2
crit.
damage through, and he'll now push 3 damage through, and he'll be able to do it again. This time at 8 dice. All right, 8 dice Brimstone Blitz coming in.
Yep.
Oh, doesn't get the trigger, but we've got 6 damage. 5 coming through, so we're gonna have a dead Exodus now. Oh, we got recal. I
Recal,
would
yep.
love it if it recals into getting another Brimstone Blitz.
That would be pretty funny. All right, 1 block on Brady's side. Let's see for Graham.
Oh, no trigger, but we push through the damage anyway and get him. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll be in range to keep the train moving. Or he gets to place within 2, right? Or is it placed
He
within
does get
1?
to place within 2. No, Puff of Smoke is within range 2, yeah. So,
Yeah. He might be able to sneak in range 3 of an Iron Man, but I don't think so.
it's close. It might. It might.
Exodus is dazed, Simon, or KO'd. Oh, so well he won't be able to
Oh,
place off of him though.
no, that's right. Yeah, because the Brimstone, the Puff Smoke is off of the opponent, I'm pretty sure. Yep, within 2 of the defenders. Yeah, so no Puff of Smoke, unfortunately. So that means that Nightcrawler's turn is essentially done on that point.
Yeah, and now Mysterio's going into Dormammu or Dormammu into Mysterio. If he
Yep.
gets him here, that's just game. 5 successes for Brady into no blocks, so we're gonna put through 5 damage there, and a hex. And now you just close it out. Oh, don't pay, Brady. Let's see the skulls come in from Mysterio's side.
Okay,
Another
yep.
big hit. Yeah, so Mysterio taken off the board by Dormammu. No activation is left for Graham. So the game is 100% over at this point. Now Brady is just playing to see if he can get the table, see if Graham allows it.
Yep.
No stealth for Nightcrawler, so Iron Man walks up and he'll take a shot into Nightcrawler. If he gets a wild, then he denies the VP.
Yep. You can also just double walk Gorgon up there, actually, since he's healthy and he's injured.
Sure, yeah, you could definitely do that as well. Or you
Okay.
walk, charge, spender, just kill Nightcrawler. Oh, walk, charge, spender. I think the push is a must, right?
The push is a must, yeah. I believe all the Iron Mans, like, the pushes are not optional.
Yeah. So we're going to see the charge spender here.
Yep.
He only needs to do 6 damage because we can just throw into the terrain piece. And then we'll have ourselves a tabling.
Yep. And you have up to 3 rerolls from Jarvis as well, since Tony is nearby with 3 power.
I am rooting for a tabling. I haven't seen that on my channel yet. Big blocks from Graham, though, so far. Big hit coming in from Gorgon.
All right. Oh, yep.
Jarvis
That's
rolls
a good
8
one.
successes, so we're going to take only 4 damage here, though. Even though it was a big hit. And we're going to get a throw to ding him 1 more. But now Brady will be activated out. And that will be the round. Brady finishes with a bunch of points there. Good game. We can jump into it with the players.
Yep.
Hey guys,
There we go.
that was I mean, I'm sure Graham doesn't feel it was as fun as we thought it was. But I thought that was really fun. We got to see kind of both players do all the cool things with the Brimstone Blitz, Helios laser, Mysterio popping off. It was a really fun game to watch. I think people really enjoyed that. So thank you guys for that.
Yeah, that was a
It was
hoot.
great. Glad to offer our game to the wild.
Yeah, usually like after the game, there's like some kind of like technical conversation or decisions that I have questions about. But really, I mean, the game was like fairly straightforward in that Brady punched a little bit harder than Graham did. So there's not a lot that I really have to sort of break down. I mean, unless you guys think that there was kind of an error or something that maybe we missed, but I thought Graham played as best as he could to his outs. I think there were some times maybe Graham where like I was questioning like should you go to a point or something with Mysterio, but trying to get the
I
kills I
asked
think was
myself
like
that, but it's just like I needed to get the attrition in. He was
yeah.
pressing it hard. Once Angie was off the board, I really didn't have I can't. And I even was saying to Brady, I was like, my gut tells me stand on the points, but I don't think it's going to win me out this game. I think really maybe not getting aggressive with Angela, and because she was going to be my linchpin for taking down this big threat character. So had I not gone aggressive turn one and let Dorm just like saunter over and maybe given Brady the question to whether he should have gone to, I don't know if he would have gone to Mysterio or not, but
Yeah.
at least it would have been there as an option. But laying her out just like on a platter, how do you not just lop her head off?
Yeah, that was scary. I've been hearing for weeks on like about the Angela update. She's like, oh, she's so great at rolling a billion dice. I'm like, I can't let this happen for her to roll 13 against Dormammu, and I didn't bring sack, and my bodyguard was on this side of the board. So I was like, oh, I have no way to stop this besides I hope I don't die. So I have to remove her first before he removes my threat leader.
I mean, Brady, I hated seeing Exodus be so successful this game because I just really hated that box as a Magneto fan and how little it impacted Magneto when it came out. But Exodus was kind of an all-star for you this game. I totally would have put Red Skull 1 in the exact same position that Graham did round 1. So, Graham, you don't have to feel bad about getting him kidnapped round 1. I would have done the same thing. I like that wild. I just feel like I never roll that. So
I could have
Well, I
maybe
think it's like a coin
couple
flip to get that.
millimeters back, but
yeah,
I don't know if it would have stopped him in the. Oh, had I not gone on top of the tree and then I would have been stopped with the tree, that might have helped the positioning a little bit better, and he wouldn't have just gotten yanked into the death world. But he placed himself back at the end of the next round. He didn't do too bad, but
yeah.
there's a couple of one shots that didn't feel good, and I think I got one or two in on you, Brady. Right? Like
I
I had
mean,
one or two.
Nightcrawler kept looking at Exodus and then removing Exodus, which was kind of hilarious. Like, I can boost once. Like, oh, he's gonna hit this 7 times in a row. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the brimstone.
I was rooting against you, Brady. I was telling the chat that obviously
Great.
every game I stream, I clearly have a favorite. I just don't announce it. But I was rooting for Graham, and I wanted to see Nightcrawler pop off and delete models from the table. And I'm glad we got to see it twice at least. So that was cool.
I thought it was funny. We had this like stupid standoff of Mysterio kept hitting Gorgon, traps me, would do one, push me, do one, push me, and then got away. And I can't interact with them. I was at 1 health left. I was like, if I walk here, I could get traps and just lose an activation in a VP. I have to just meander around the truck for like 3 rounds to not get punched by this guy.
It was a fantastic move because I kept chasing you instead of scoring the point. And I mean, you threaten the long. I mean, he is stealth, but all the same, you still threaten a pretty distant control. So that was, and removing all of the threat to you on the other side of the board really made that that move shine. I think
That was absolutely the correct move, Brady, for sure.
Yeah, plus
So,
I could power dump him for Helios, which felt good.
Oh yeah, that Helios was insane. Yeah, well set up. Yeah, so that there wasn't any bodyguards in range for the sacrifice. Like I was like, yep, that was well timed, I think. Graham, if I can ask you just a couple questions, just to get your thought process. There was a round, right? So you had the choice of either attacking second time into Gorgon, right, or just kind of like going to this the south secure, the secure that's near the scoreboard. Was there consideration just to stay on there and then just let's see if Brady just goes into and you just tricks and traps him for the last damage and still maintain priority? Or did you feel like Gorgon was such a threat that you just had to take him out even if you would lose priority there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think he had a lot of power on him. So had I not, I mean, yeah, the traps it just doesn't feel reliable to me, right? 4 dice, crits and wilds. The odds are not in my favor, so may as well like roll into him and be a little bit more proactive. I guess I didn't think about it long enough that maybe I should have just moved, because if I hit him and I can tricks and traps him, he's dead. So I wouldn't have gotten. I was kind of thinking I was going to get the small move off of it, but that is that wasn't going to happen. So
Yeah,
I think
I was thinking.
play.
Yeah, because I was thinking that the Magic Christmas Land is that you score the points, right? So you get the secure and your extract. He tries to go into you. You do the 1 damage to him. You don't lose priority, right? And you make him lose a point on top of that. So like I was thinking that there'd just be so many upsides that maybe it's worth like the 4 dicer. But hey, if you don't think it was reliable, then I totally understand that reasoning as
I think
well.
the line that you're I think is just a better line in general towards something stronger. I didn't think about it hard enough, to be honest with you. Or this is not my traditional roster either, so I'm just getting comfortable with these characters and their play patterns. So fear me at second win, Brady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been calling that out all week on the streams, that everyone's kind of putting down the new models and just seeing what works. So I think everyone's understanding there's a level of grace that has to be given for sure in this time period.
The only other thing, Graham, was that I think one of the first Zypho swords you did that landed you onto Brady's secure point.
Mhm.
You have that place too, so there's a lot of like radius there. Did you consider just trying to? Would you consider prioritizing in retrospect, like making sure the Zypho sword maybe would stay her within 2 of Red Skull versus like going on to the point? There may have been a magical Christmas land spot she could have landed on that could have put her on the secure and also kept her within 2 of Red Skull. And this is after
That
Exodus
had
has
me body blocked. I thought that Exodus was here and Iron Man was here. You might be right, but I thought I was kind of blocked off a little bit here. I might have been able to scrunch around that corner though, like you're saying.
Yeah, it was very very tight. So like I didn't have the tools out, so it was like. But I'm thinking that maybe
Yeah.
that's because there's man I played a little bit of Red Skull 1 and just like making sure there's just someone within 2 of him all the time is like it's so important because like oh man 7 health still melts like kind of quickly depending on the stuff. But otherwise yeah I didn't see any other things that I would call out. I think you guys both played an incredibly great game with or without the experience on these models. It showcased a lot of interesting techniques and thought processes. So I thank you both for letting us stream this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And I think that's a good call out to stay within 2 of Red Skull, but not even to save Red Skull, but to maybe have sacked. I would not have sacrificed that attack though. I wasn't expecting a bolts to one shot Angie, so yeah, it's so hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's more for for the Helios, right? Because yeah, that is such a just a thing that Brady has in the chamber at all times. Like, oh god, it's like
Yeah. No, yeah, you're totally right. And I probably should have thought. I should have thought about that. I did not give it enough thought.
I
And I
had
think
to play
I
around my.
misplayed the Nightcrawler too, like trying to protect him out here from Dormammu. I should have hung point, and I would have taken that point away and maybe put some scoring pressure. I think on Brady. I don't know what your take on like those 2 splits, Brady, would have been, either to early game to go after Mysterio left or right, or had I left Nightcrawler here, you had Red Skull to go one of those 2 ways. I'm curious what you would have done there.
Since we had like Mysterio and Gorgon having a little standoff, that would have felt weird to me to put like Dormammu to come fight the very skirmishy Mysterio the whole time, and then maybe Enchantress just bows people around. So this felt better. Of like, all right, there's more threat over here. Let's go where more of the scrum is, and the movement will still be impactful, but it won't like at least take me out of the fight as like a Mysterio would, because I could at least hop back in and still hit a couple of people in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so I should have snatched and come back with Angela.
There was a moment I thought was weird or not weird, just it's like Enchantress. You had like a beam set up. It's like I think previous round. You walked Dorm away, which is good, but you did the walk steal, and
Yep.
I was like maybe he could have like double beamed and just gotten a bunch of damage through, like just on the off chance it actually works.
Though, wasn't she? So I think that was what was holding me back from that.
I thought she just flipped, I want to say.
Okay.
And would have been like just fresh injured and flush on power.
Yeah, once again, I mean, so I'm excited to play Red Skull because my target priority and my attrition game is very sorry. I'm a much more scoring focused player. So I appreciate you guys pointing all this out because I think that these are great points on when I should go for death over going for these measly points. You said it off the rip. You're like, this is not going to be a game of points. Even though you scored 19, it was not because you were scoring. It's because you wiped the board.
There's also
So
5 rounds of scoring 2s and 3s, like really trickling the points in.
yeah, so these are great points. I think, yeah, I mean that's probably the right move. You know, that's why you're bringing beam characters is to just like roll excessive amounts of dice and hope you spike them.
Well, guys,
Would you have gone after Crawler had I left him if I had set him on that point when you were? I think we were like set up like this.
Oh yeah, because you walked. Yeah, because Skull ported him away. If you didn't port him away, someone was gonna try to hit him.
Yeah.
Either Dorm, maybe I don't know if he gets a range, but walks, hops to try to hit him, or Exodus might try to do the pull thing on just Nightcrawler himself and get like an actual extract over here, and not just try to just blender a model.
And how about when after Nightcrawler one rounded Exodus? That was really and like when I tucked tail and ran, and it was like he one rounded Exodus, but Iron Man was injured on the point. Would you have gone for that over Red Skull, or
at the time, I think there was injured characters. I just wanted to remove other options for you. So if I daze Nightcrawler, it spreads the damage out, and it's not actually truly removing your things from the table. So I prioritized KOing various models to actually get them off the board. It's like, all right, now he's down to just Crawler and Mysterio and Enchantress. Let's see how he makes something work out of that, and not just here's 5 injured models.
Yeah. These are good tidbits. Yeah, I appreciate all your insights, all you guys, Mike, Jen, and Brady. Thank you.
Well, thanks again, guys, for letting us stream, and hopefully we get you on again in the future.